What's up, guys? Welcome back. I have to hold the GoPro on my GoPro stick while I'm driving here. I kind of ran out of sticky mounts, so that's my problem. Sorry if it's shaky. But just to give you a quick update, what's going on? We are currently heading down to ProFab now after a very wild and eventful trip down to Bradenton Motorsports Park. We had a whole bunch of fun, learned a lot of new things. Part of the main reason why I love drag racing. Every time you go to the track, it's something new and something you learn. You go out and you think you're going to set the world on fire, but guess what? Drag racing smacks you in the face, and sometimes it doesn't work like that. And in this weekend's case, that's how that went. Part of the problem was it's a brand new setup, and I don't care who it is, you can take your car to the baddest drag car builder, engine builder, whoever you think is the man, take it to them, and I don't care if it's a first car, new setup, or what the whole project is. You're gonna have kinks and bugs that are gonna have to be worked out, just plain and simple. But short story is pretty much we went out there Friday testing, and we were kind of flipping a coin on if we should keep the nitrous converter that was in there, because it was brand new, practically brand new, maybe had like 12 passes on it. And so we decided that we were going to keep it in the car and try it with the turbo setup. Well, unfortunately, you'll be able to see in these videos that did not pair out well. The old nitrous setup we had made, I'm able to say these numbers now because it's past tense, but it made 760 wheel horsepower out of a stock block 351 with a fogger. I mean, they're great numbers for what it was, but it's not even close to being in the ballpark to try to be competitive with these guys. I mean, you need practically 1,000 and up at least, depending on the weight of your car and whatnot. But needless to say, the converter was way too loose. The 427 and that big turbo setup that we have on the car now just blew all the power through the converter and pretty much didn't put any power to the ground. So we woke up Saturday morning before the race. We split the whole transmission out of the car on the asphalt before race day. Luckily, Matt and the guys from ProFab were able to have a spare PTC converter that I was able to put in the Glide and actually take it to test Saturday morning at the event. One thing after another, the converter, we put it in there, built boost in the lane, or in the camp. It came up, built about 7 pounds, which was all okay. We were shooting for about 19 on the computer, but it brought up about 7 pounds. So we were going to take it up to the lanes, try to make first pass, built boost, and hit the bump box. The bump box slammed the car like through the beams, probably about 2 foot. So we thought we had that turned up too much, brought it back. Matt turned it down, went up there again, threw me through the beams again. Matt told me pretty much to, if it throws me through the beams again, to stop, because I mean, you're only about 15 foot out. Stop, throw it in reverse, back up, and just pre-stage and stage, like, so pretty much light up both bulbs, hold the trans brake, build boost, and just launch, just so we can get an A to B or some kind of a number, 60 foot, 330, something to help us out with tuning and just to get some numbers. So tried that, and at that time the CO2 was completely leaked out. And to give you an idea what the CO2 does, the CO2 tank will air shift my car into second gear, and not only will it air shift the car into second gear, it holds the wastegate shut so we can actually build boost. So the whole time I was thinking I was building boost on the trans brake, it really was just blowing by the wastegate, and it got up to like 2 pounds of boost. Let go of the trans brake, and pretty much ran first gear out. And you know, you got a helmet on, you're in full fire gear. It's kind of hard to tell if it's hitting second gear properly or not. But I could tell that the car was not hitting second gear. I lifted the throttle, reached over, and manually slapped into second gear. And at that point, I knew something was wrong. Got it back to camp. Oh yeah, where I spend all my money, but it's worth it. Gotta love the guys over at ProFab. If you guys have not been here to their new shop, you are missing out. This place is badass. It's massive. They do literally everything. If you have not seen any of my videos, they do everything. Not even kidding you. Like import cars, 1,000 horsepower Grand Nationals. Over here, Don LaMotta, they got the shop car that's a Radial versus the World car. The thing makes a couple thousand horsepower. The thing is absolutely insane. Then he builds all of our no time cars, and you'll see just a bunch of crazy stuff. But stay tuned, about to back this car out of the trailer, get it inside up on the rack, and get to work. Just to give y'all an idea, this was part of our problem on our bypass hose. I don't know if you can see it. See how it's all split? It was leaking all over the car. It's all split. So, we did away with that. And we just drilled and tapped up there to the outside of that. It's gonna come out. We're putting where is it, a metal frail tube, I believe, that's gonna connect, and it's gonna go inside that hole to a catch can inside the car. It's pretty much just a transmission overflow is all it is, because these transmissions and turbo cars, these converters will get to like between 500 and 800 degrees. They get super freaking hot, and the transmissions get hot and push fluid, so you got to have an overflow catch can, because this car is strictly a drag car. We don't drive it on the street. And with that being said, the catch can, or the tranny cooler, is gone, so now we got to bypass. Here at Larry's Transmission in Wesley Chapel. This was that piece that was leaking. I was telling you guys about, that we fixed, so this doesn't leak no more. But our first gear we think is shot because our bump box is bumping way too dang hard. But that's why we're here at Larry's Transmission in Wesley Chapel. Get this thing fixed. Got a race coming up. Give you a quick update, guys. This is the same converter that we use at the track for FL2K, and we had that bump in problem, but we just refreshed this transmission, and we're hoping nothing was found, but hoping. We got all new seals, the linkage is set up the right way now. A bunch of shit was gone over. We're hoping that the bump in when we test it today will be good, so we can go test at the track on Thursday. If not, I sent out the old 8-inch back to PTC, and they're going to be taking my old converter as a credit, and yeah, I got it. Taking my old converter as a credit, and I paid the difference for a new turbo converter. You wanna go forward?
Yeah. Oh, that's a little too.
You still got a gap. But, and before the 352 shootout in Gainesville, we will have a new converter for it. So it's a process, but we're testing this to see if this might have fixed the problem. If not, we will still go test at the track on Thursday. Number 6
Butterfingers, dude.
Number 6 drop for the freaking day.
His new name's gonna be Butterfingers.
Butterlicious.
Ooh.
Call me Butterlicious on Saturday nights.
You really need a Bud Light sticker. Come on, man.
Butterfingers over here.
Still have that never sees on there.
We're gonna get ready to wrap this thing?
Huh?
Yeah, did you see the wrap?
Everybody hates it.
It's ugly.
Everybody hates it.
You gotta come up with a new one. Oh, maybe it's just like color scheme, I don't know.
It's not gonna be yellow. It's gonna be gold.
Oh, it kind of looks like yellow.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do.
We got the drive shaft in now, the Stifler's transmission cross member here. All of our bolts are tightened up, cross member bolts are torqued. We got the dipstick back in there, starter's already back together. The torque converter bolts are done. Only thing else we got to do is the linkage. Just check the linkage and hook up the trans brake wires, and then drop her down and put fluid in it. Got all of our bolts in the bell housing, and then that little tiny tube, I don't know if you can see it, turn the light on, a little tiny brass fitting right there. We got to put a catch can on there, but other than that, we are going to be putting it down on the ground, putting fluid in it, and going out in the street, testing her out. See how she does. Hopefully the bump is fixed. If not, we might rip it out and try a different converter, because our other new converter is not in yet. It'll be in 2 weeks, right before the race, unfortunately. But she is good to go. Drop her down, put some fluid in it, and go do some hole shots.
What do you say about that? You think it's fixed? Do we say it's fixed or what?
Huh? It's still fucking strong. Come on, man. It's still strong. Yeah, but it wasn't fucking bam, bam.
Yeah, it was a little bit actually.
Didn't look bad at all on video. Thing moved like none. He's got this place on the laptop. We now have CO2. The CO2 is going to hold the wastegate shut to be able to build boost. And the previous clip did not have any boost whatsoever. So
We're also going to turn the bump box up too. See if
he's
that
going
works.
to turn it down, but turn the boost up, make sure it's building boost, and then fine tune the bump box probably 1 or 2 times before the training gets hot again. Then we park it. And it's pretty much good to go for the most part. Nothing in the ghetto, Bob. Not yet. Alright guys, we got about 7 minutes of film time left on this thing. I'm just going to give you a quick little rundown of what happened today. The car, as you can tell from the video, we changed, we put the new transmission, well not new, but freshened transmission up in the car, brand new fluid, put that converter back in there. The training guy did find something, not catastrophic, but he had I guess too much spacing, or sorry, the spacing between the first gear and reverse gear was too tight, which we think probably actually was the problem with the bump in, because as you can tell from the videos, it's not nearly as violent. We also found the CO2 leak, and like I explained before, if you got the CO2 leak, it will not hold the wastegate shut to build boost, and when you don't build boost, you're not making power. But we did find the problem. It was there was a small leak, and then there was a misled wire underneath the dash where the holly is. So we fixed that. It's pretty much within a pound of boost, which is spot on. Mac commanded 11 pounds on the tune. It made 10 or 10 and a half pounds. So the boost leak is fixed. The transmission is in, no leaks. We changed the 430 gear out. We put a 373 in, so the whole car should be a completely different animal. But that'll probably do it for this video. We will be heading to the track, I think, Thursday if it doesn't rain. I know we got a hurricane coming in. But if not Thursday, it will be Sunday at the Run Day Sunday event down in Bradenton. So you guys stay tuned. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can see when we post videos, and it will alert you. And don't forget to get involved with the giveaway. We have first, when I hit 500 subscribers, I will be giving out free cash, a merchandise t-shirt for Spanky, and something else. We haven't figured it out yet. We don't know if it's going to be like a handgun or a tool, ratchet set, who knows. We haven't figured it out yet, but I got a little bit of time. We're almost at 100. I know it's not a lot, but I'm still thankful for everybody who's still on this channel and watching these videos. Until then, we'll catch y'all later. Mikey Mike, what do you got to say to the people?
Today was a long time coming. What a short time to be.
Dude, the sunset looks good with the Cummins in the back. Still, it's still a POS though.